Hi friends, this is Jamie. I want to welcome you to the channel today. Today is going to be the Hues of Color collab video. This is, I guess, every other month video, and me and a few other color tubers have been doing this throughout the year. And it's basically every other month we choose like a color palette theme, and this month is like Halloween color palette or autumn color palette. And I thought I would color in this book with you guys, and the other color tubers that are part of this collab, this Hues of Color collab, is Johanna, Sara from Chronic Coloring Down Under, and Rhys from Rhys's Coloring Creations. So I will have a link to their YouTube videos down below in the description, so you can check them out. I think that Johanna has put out a video for this month, but the other two have not yet, but that's okay. They can take their time. I just figured I would get out there and put my video out. It's a little late this month, but that's okay. I thought this time I would do something a little more complicated. So I pulled this book. It's Fright and Seek, a spooky search and color mission by Leigh Meldres. And this book is a very interesting book. You can get it on Amazon. It's very detailed, and it's kind of like a search and find type of book. It has these little things on the side that you can find in the picture. And so it's not like mythographic where it has little images or whatever, but it kind of reminds me of like a Where's Waldo. And I thought, you know, this would be a fun challenge to try to color. And all of them are kind of spooky, so we can pick any page really. And I was thinking this would be a great video to do and introduce a medium that goes back to basics, which are crayons. So I have color emotion crayons, color and motion crayons in this case. They don't come in this case. I bought this case on Amazon, but let me show you what they look like. So they're just a twistable crayon, and I think they're Japanese crayons. They're nothing too flashy. They don't have color names or numbers on them, and so, you know, you get what you get. But this particular set comes with some like glittery looking ones. I don't think they really come off glittery, but yeah, and it has a couple of neons. And if I can find the link for these, I will put them in the description so you guys can see. Yeah, or you could use like Crayola twistable crayons. They're just as good. Both of them are twistable crayons. So I'm just going to set those aside, and it was a little struggle to put them in that case, I will say, because it's just so tight. But yeah. Maybe we'll do the alien invasion. Just start from the beginning. I can crack my spine a little bit. And we're mainly going to focus on this side, so I'm just going to kind of tuck that aside. So colors that I guess see during Halloween is I would say greens, definitely. So I'm going to pull some greens, different shades. I like this type because, or this particular crayon set, because it has many a shade. So there's some different greens. Definitely want orange. So let's do this neon orange. That would be fun. And let's see, where's my other oranges? Let's do that one. And let's pull that one. And this is kind of a reddish orange for shadowing if we need to. Those definitely are pumpkin colors. Another color that I think of during Halloween is purple. So I have that purple. Don't have too much in the purple, but I have this glittery purple. We can try that. And then the other colors I think of are things that are kind of bold. So I think I'm gonna pull this one because it's really bright and reminds me of like a light and a pumpkin, really bold. And maybe we'll, oh, there's another sparkly purple. There's that. Maybe we'll pull this black because black reminds me of Halloween. And then obviously brown shades remind me of Halloween time as well. So I'm just going to pull some varieties of brown. So there is my like palette, I guess you could say. Yeah. I think that's good. Before I end up pulling everything in my little case. So yeah, I'm just gonna stick with this as like my Halloween autumn-ish palette. I like if there were like blood and guts, I would pull pinks and reds and stuff. But since this is an alien picture, I'm not gonna worry about that. So what I like about actual, was there a lighter green? Let me just double check. No. Okay. Let me zoom up so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Well, hopefully I can get this in frame. I might need to move some things a little bit, but sorry guys, I'm just moving my stuff off my desk so you guys can see, because I'm gonna work on these trees. With Halloween, since these are crayons, they're not going to bleed through, and I'm not pushing too hard, so I'm not worried about putting a back page behind it. Halloween time is pretty fun where I live. My kids, as you guys know, are autistic, and they don't like to be scared, and so we don't do scary costumes or anything like that. We just do whatever they want to dress up like firemen, or you know what I mean, Mario, stuff like that. And it's fun. I mean, they have a good time, and during this season we tend to do a lot of soups and things in the crock pot for food, and that's always fun. What I don't know if you notice what I'm doing is I put this light yellow and then I did a lighter green, and then I kind of blended them together. So with these particular crayons, they don't, like a regular box of Crayolas, they actually leave debris. These do not. And these actually remind me of the crayons I used to use when I was a little girl, when I'd go to my grandmother's house. She had some that was this brand, but they don't make the box that she had. They had to have been like from the 60s or something. And I remember that it was like my favorite thing to do would be to color at grandma's house or grandma's church, or you know, that kind of stuff, the memories. That green is a little different, but I'll blend those together and we'll make it work. Yeah, I wanted to we could talk about Halloween and stuff, but I also wanted to talk about coloring a little bit too. So I'll finish up what I was saying about Halloween. We tend to just do whatever here. Whatever my kids can tolerate is what we do. And some Halloweens we are out trick-or-treating with everyone else. Other times it's too overstimulating, and so we do like the Halloween movie, and I just buy the treats for the kids and we call it good. So we do a little bit of everything. I guess I could have made these trees autumn trees, but too late now. With crayons, you kind of can't go back. It's not like you can erase it. So it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, there are a couple pumpkin patches out here, but nothing too major out here where I live. I mean, the zoo puts on this thing called Boo Lights, where they actually, at nighttime, you can go trick-or-treating at the zoo, basically, and they put lights on the exhibits and stuff, and you can go and take your kids. They get candy and stuff, and they have a train at the zoo, and they've decorated different things to be spooky, you know, type of thing for Halloween, and so that's fun. And so sometimes we try to do that. There's also a place called, I live in Utah, there's also a place called Gardner Village, and they decorate it for whatever season. Like, so since it will be fall season and Halloween, they'll decorate it with like witches and stuff like that. It's not really like a place with rides or anything, but it's a fun thing to go look at because they have lots of decorations. And at Halloween, it's like an elf village. It's really fun. So that's a fun place to go here. I'm just kind of, with a picture like this with so many details, I'm not really worried about what's this, what's that. I'm just trying to go around the aliens, basically. As you can see, I've made my trees these 4 different colors, which is kind of a fun little pop. Now that I've used all my greens, I don't know what I'm going to do on my grass, but that's okay. I hadn't colored in this book, and so it is about time that I put some color to this book. And make it work. Yeah, for Halloween, we pretty much lie pretty low. When my son, my oldest, was younger, we tried to like dress up as a family and go places and stuff, but we quickly learned that my son didn't like candy, and he didn't like to be around people because of his autism, and so we had to kind of change things. You know, sometimes you have to do that for the people you love and adapt to whatever you need to do. So we've kind of had to do that over the years. But the kids still get their opportunity to do the fun things at school. So it's not like my other kids miss out or anything, but they have learned that certain things we do and certain things we don't do because of their brothers. So yeah, we make it work. But as you can see, I'm just taking that yellow and going on the top of the leaves, because if this is a spaceship, it probably lit up the top of the leaves. So we'll see. I mean, do I think this whole page I will finish? Yeah, right. But it's a fun thing to think about. Yeah. Another thing I kind of wanted to talk about, it's kind of been on my mind lately, is about coloring, and why I wanted to actually do the crayon video. I had been thinking about doing it last month, actually, and just didn't have time. I was going to do it in a Kirby book, and if you guys are interested in me doing a Kirby book with crayons, let me know, and I can do that. But basically, I wanted to do a video showing that you don't have to have nice, like, fancy art supplies to be a colorist. You can use very basic stuff. You could even use your kids' crayons and still get lots of enjoyment and have a really good time with it. And if you can afford the nice things and you like that stuff because it like helps your hand so you don't have hand pain, or you like to have things just so, then that's great. But I want to make sure that people know out there that you don't have to have this stuff. Like, you don't have to have the most expensive things in the world. And I know that I do a lot of haul videos, and so it's easy to get caught up with, oh man, those pencils look great, or I'd love to have that book, and you know, and that is fun to have new stuff, but I'm not saying that's not. I'm just saying, if you can't afford it because of financial burdens or hardships or whatever, it's okay to go back to basics. It's okay to have the dollar store crayons, the pencils that you got from high school that may not be on the market anymore, that, you know, may not have tons of pigment. The whole point is to just be creative and explore your, like, inner artist. And everybody has one, and you can achieve really fun looks with things that are so budget friendly. I mean, this set of Crayola, or they're not Crayola ones, but this set of Japanese twistable pencils was not that expensive for me. Here in the States, I want to say it's like 20, because it's a big set. I want to say it's like 20 bucks or 25 bucks. It might be a little bit more now since they've been out for a long time, but they last a while, and they kind of remind you of being a kid, at least to me. And yeah, it's fun to revert back to the simple joys of coloring. And I think it's easy to get caught up with trying to have the best. Well, I don't want to say the best, but have what's popular, I guess I should say. Because you see all these color alongs and things like that, and they're awesome, don't get me wrong. I do enjoy watching them. This is going to be a trick because it's the crack of the book, but do the best I can. Might need a pencil to go in there, but it's okay. We'll just work on this. It's easy to get lost in that of, I need to have polychromos, or I need to have Prismacolor pencils because they're doing it in this color along. Well, if you can only afford Crayola pencils or Flowwood pencils, or even the Brute Furniture squares or whatever, those are great pencils too. I mean, even if you have never heard of any of those brands, and say your country or something has a brand that we've never heard of, but you love them, that's great. I mean, I think what happens, and this happens to me too, I'm easily enabled. What happens is we see channels and they have such awesome stuff, and you think, oh, I need to get that stuff because that would be so awesome. And then we get trapped in the whole idea of needing things and breaking the bank type of thing. And I just want to, I mean, I don't want to get any mean comments for this. I'm just trying to say you don't have to have all of that stuff to achieve like a fun picture. I mean, this is a very detailed picture right now that I'm working on, and I'm just using crayons. I mean, another book that I love to use crayons in is my Eerie book, because it's a double-sided book and crayons don't bleed through, and it's just, you know, yeah, the crayons are a little bit not as like fine point, but the finer details you can just avoid and then go back with your pencils later if you want. But I just want to reach out to everyone and let them know that everybody can be a colorist, and you don't have to have nice, like, fancy stuff, and, you know, just be you. And, you know, something I've also noticed is a lot of people strive to be like other colorists, and that's great to, like, get ideas from other colorists. Like, if you see a technique, like I did on the trees, and you thought, oh, I never knew that you could do that. It's great to adapt those things, but don't try to not be who you are. And I was actually watching the Enabling Colorist. She had a video a long time ago called Be the Best You Can Be, or something like that. It was like at the beginning of her channel, and she touched on some points that I truly agree with. I mean, if you like certain things, color in those things. I mean, I know it's easy to get caught up with what everybody's doing, but just remember to always be you and do what you want to do. I mean, it's your hobby, it's your therapy. Do what you feel is the best, you know. I can't say that enough. I mean, I've made quite a few friendships here on ColorTube, and myself, I get caught up with it. I mean, caught up with the whole, wow, that new release, I have to have it. But do I have to have it? No. It would be great to have it, but if it's between that or buying my daughter a jacket, you know what should come first, you know? And it doesn't make you less of a colorist. And I mean, I wanted to touch base on that because I think a lot of times we worry about what other people think, and I think we do it subconsciously. I don't think, you know, we try to do it, but a lot of us do. And then we remember that we're always our worst critics. We're not, nobody's perfect. Nobody knows the answers, you know. It's just, you know, we're doing the best we can. And I mean, I guess this kind of touches a little bit of the whole Mental Health Awareness Month thing too, because I think it was Mental Health Awareness Day this month. And if you use coloring as a therapy standpoint, I want you guys to continue to do that and not stress about making your pictures picture perfect and all that stuff. Just have fun and relax and do what you feel is, you know, do what you think is the best. I mean, usually your gut instinct is always the right instinct. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not great to learn techniques and all that stuff, because it is, but don't, when you do learn those things, don't lose your way, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, like I said, you can adapt those things to your personal technique and your personal growth. And yeah, I mean, just wanted to kind of touch up on that a little bit. I was tagged in the cute and spooky tag, and I don't have the questions right next to me, or else I would answer them. And then I was thinking about doing the fall tag, but then I thought I could do the fall tag in November, so I haven't really like pulled all that stuff to do for this video. So I hope you guys don't mind. Now that I think about it, maybe the brown wasn't the best choice for the grass, because what am I going to do, my bench? You know what I mean? Oh well, it is what it is. It's an alien invasion. Colors are not always what they seem, right? I mean, if you want to see more videos with me using crayons for coloring, I'd be happy to do so. These are very easy on the hands, and I actually have 2 sets of these because I really like them, and as you can see, they go down with very minimal effort. They're not soft like a Neo Color 2, and they don't feel like a Bambino crayon, and they don't feel like a Crayola crayon. They're waxier than that. So yeah, I remember I was looking for these for a very long time because I was thinking about, you know, when I was little and what was my favorite thing to color with, and it was going to Grandma's house and using these particular type of crayons. And I like that they're long. The Crayola Twistables are short, they're like this big, and so this is more long, like a regular colored pencil that we're used to. And so yeah, you can see how this is coming together. I haven't done like tons, but you can see how a little bit of color can go a long way on a page that is incredibly detailed. And you could color this straight. You don't have to like do a million colors like I'm doing to create shades and blends and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm just kind of having fun with it, using what I got. Yeah, just having fun. But I guess I just wanted to touch base with you guys on, a lot of you guys already know this stuff, to remember or keep in mind that you are who you are, and don't ever forget it. And it's easy to get caught up with hauls and watching people and like you second guessing yourself, and I don't know if I want to do completed pages videos, or I don't want to post this to Instagram, or I don't want to share any of these pictures because they're not as good as so-and-so's. I don't want anyone to ever feel like that. I mean, you are the best person, like the Enabling Color said in her video, that you can be, and I think that is very important for us to remember. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch base on that. I want to send out warm hugs to Miss Sara from Chronic Coloring Down Under. She hasn't been feeling well, and so I want to send out loves her way. And I want to thank the other colorists that are part of this collab with me for including me in the Hues of Color collab throughout the year, because we're approaching November and it's getting thankful season. And so I also want to make sure to thank those people, Rhys and Johanna and Sara, for including me in this project of the color collab and being my friends. So sorry to get all mushy and gushy, but I want to thank them for including me. And I want to thank all of you for watching my channel and being supportive, and being supportive when I haven't been able to publish videos, and when I've put out a whole bunch of videos right away and then took like a huge break. You know, I really appreciate the support of you guys hanging in there with me during the rough and the not so rough times. I mean, I really do appreciate everything you guys do to support the channel. I mean, the channel wouldn't be the way it is today without the support from the subscribers and from the friends and the ColorTube community. So I really want to thank all of you guys for just being here and supporting me and always having kind things to say. And yeah do appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. And don't ever let anyone make you feel bad. I mean, there's always a troll. There's always somebody out there just trying to make you feel bad because maybe they are going through things, and with mental health problems and things like that in the world, sometimes that is their way of dealing with their mental health problem. So just remember that, like Kathy says, you're the best and things like that. Remember that you guys are, and you know, I appreciate your support and love for the channel. As you can see, I'm just kind of doing a random blend with that bush that's really close. I mean, I could go back in with pencils and go to detail, but I'm not going to worry about it. There's so many details. What's cool is when there's so many details on a page, you don't really need to go into more detail, because like with pencils and stuff, if you don't want to, because the details are already given for you. So yeah, I'm just kind of going over some of that. As you can see, and it kind of gives off like a shine because of the wax, but you can see that it comes together fairly quickly, and yeah, it's fun, very fun to do. But I've been recording for about half an hour now, and my kids are going to start coming home from school. Sorry I didn't get to put down purples and stuff like that, but I just kind of pulled the colors that I would pull for autumn, and you can kind of see my approach to coloring with crayons on a piece of paper or in a coloring book. If you want me to continue doing videos that show coloring with crayons in coloring books, please let me know. I remember the very first person that inspired me to color with crayons in my coloring book was actually Anne from Colorful Life. It was back in 2019, I believe. She was coloring in Romantic Country with Crayola Twistables, and I was very inspired. So, yeah, have a wonderful day, and remember to just be you, and that is a wonderful thing. And I will see you guys next video. Have a great Halloween if I don't see you before then, but most likely I will, because I have 2 color alongs going on, one in Nice Little Town Halloween and one in Wee Wickeds. So if I get a chance to record videos for those, I will. If not, you'll see my pages at the end of the month. So you guys have a fabulous day, and I will see you next time. Bye, friends.